Hell yeah. Wait for the commercial to end to confirm that it's streaming. Have a pig. Yes, alright, cool. Alright, I am ASHLER. Welcome to Stealth Artisan Live. We are going to be playing some Wolfenstein. And we'll see how long that lasts. Going to try to set a hour timer and then see where we're at and then go from there. Because I kind of feel like I'd like to do some game jumping today. Which would get me into trouble, but I would like to do that. Feel like it's that kind of a day. But we'll see if we get stuck in this game. If it immerses us, that's fine. Not a problem there. Where's my timer? I need to find my timer. Stopwatch timer. 1 hour starts. Alright. Let's see here. Let's also open up this Isabel. Open. Type. Oh, did not want to do that. It's this. I hold this down. Open all tabs. There we go. And then we want to move this over here. You over here. How do we do this? Out. Pull that out. Okay, so the last person that followed was system. See, you need these. Get these going again, man. Really just need to work on putting forth effort into acquiring a new rig so I can actually do a little bit more bells and whistles, but until then, this is what it is. It's how it's being done, and it works. Alright. That's interesting.
ARTISAN. Fucking Nazi twin.
Because that kind of
This big fucking disgrace of
turning the head shit is what I see in scary scary video games.
I mean, furious, unrelenting resistance. And then the Nazis brought in the London Monitor and everything with the shit from there. They just do whatsoever they please now. They just fucking leveled everything and erected this fucking monstrosity. It's a top Nazi research facility, this is. Aviation, space, all kinds of evil shit transpiring. Caroline and the other pilots should be over the radio tower by now, you see it. Anya's operating the radio back in Berlin.
Big Ben.
You can reach him using this. This is where you get off.
Ooh, thank you.
So long, Blazkowicz. You make this count, alright?
ARTISAN. Oh, what the hell? Seriously? You just... Dude, that guy just killed himself.
Approximately 7 blocks from your location. You'll have to find way to the top floor of the Nautica and open the hangar door.
Holy shit.
That way me and the other pilots can get inside.
I guess I know why he was such an asshole. He was having a bad day. Or he knew he was gonna have a bad day. Or he knew it was his last day. Really? Am I not crouched low enough? I don't think I can move when I'm doing this weird thing. Which would be kind of cool if you could do that. I don't know how you would implement it though. Because it's using that, your move functionality to do that. Doing a heavy movement with micro with another stick. Huh. Oh, I have to hit a button. Right? Is that it? No? No? Yes? Have to shoot something? What is going on here? No? Some thing there. Do we need to stand up all the way? Huh. This is odd. We're gonna be spending an hour looking at a weird thing. Did it glitch out on me? Oh. Duh. Well, they're still giving me the cutter, huh? That's full robot. So it's not showing up red, so I don't think I can actually do any damage. Okay, pull back. His movement is creating weirdness. Get back over there. something. Oh, why didn't that work? I'm not holding it long enough? This is the only gun I've got. To be able to switch to, and I would like to have it. I need to move these games around here. Alright. I want to see something really quick. There's something that just entered my mind I need to deal with. What is it? Because I hooked up my old hard drive to my system, and I moved a couple of games onto it, trying to free up more space because I'm almost full, which is ridiculous with my new 2 terabyte thing. So I need to probably get another one as an external, but I'm running the 5 right now, which is crazy. But yeah. Application. I'm curious if this is going to be a thing though. If I can actually plug in 2 hard drives at the same time. Because it'd be nice to be able to move the stuff from one to the other without having to download it offline again. But yeah, we'll have to see. Part of me thinks that's not going to be available to me. Application, devices, USB storage. Okay, and I can tell it to stop using that. What do I want to turn on? It's in here. It's just the storage. Yeah, there we go. Applications. Okay. That. That can't be right, can it? Huh. Odd. We're going to options, application, install location, and system, no, devices, USB storage, access, system gate, stop using this external storage. All applications in use will be closed. Do you want to continue? No. So that's gonna be a problem later on if my controller dies. See, that's one of the flaws to that is I need one for my mic, need a USB port for my mic and a USB port for the external drive. So it's yeah. Need to figure out how to use it just as a means to back up stuff, where I'm moving stuff onto it, not to play off of it, but just to have it saved on there, and then I would basically use it as a juggling thing, where I'd be moving stuff from one thing to another. And I just need to find a bunch of games that I have right now that I would want to move over to there, that I don't see myself playing anytime soon. Okay, Old Blood is probably one of those. I probably can move that onto my system because I don't see myself playing Old Blood before I finish this, so that'd be a good idea. I think I'll do that after I'm done today. Alright, let's get back into this. My dog is having some shitty luck, man. Where's these are different dogs. Nice.
I'm looking at blueprints of
Gotta
the
be the same
building.
dog.
It's a long way to the top.
Don't like the iron sights on this gun. It's weird. So it basically makes this easier to fire this way because I have the that icon that lets me know that I've got a lock on stuff. And here I don't.
And Bobby's death will not be in vain.
Wind's coming on hard like. Picked the wrong day for hang gliding.
Can't really see that sight too well. Which I don't know what, like, maybe I want it to have like the neon like reflective thing on it, maybe on the tip, so I can distinguish it from what's in front of me. Because that drop that it has, that up and down sway, is causes a lot of problems. Did that. Oh. Here we go. Definitely took out a lot of people. Let's see here. One thing that I find very interesting about like this kind of a thing with the whole Nazi thing is the it's almost like they are telling a story kind of along the same line of Magneto, where you become the Nazi by wanting to destroy the Nazis, because you're wanting to in a way commit some type of a genocide. Thing that's interesting about it is your reasoning for killing them is because they're genocidal. It's like, it's very confusing. We must be genocidal to genocides. What that are. doing that. Oh, good guy. Oof. Like how this gives me armor. All this stuff coming off. It's cool. It's a really cool idea. I dig it. I just wish more things did that. I feel it's a little bit lacking. Okay. What's this? Is it better? So better to keep a burn wound moist or left out to dry. Well, I've burned myself a couple times recently. What did I do? I think the main thing that seemed to help was it being cold. Moist. I would say no on the moist. Let's see here. Cold dry. I think cold dry. Come on. Go away. Now where do I go? Where do we go from here? Huh. I don't know if I'm moving forward or backwards right now. Oh, this is forward. Did I put silence on this? No. Lame. Someone shoot me? Give me. All right. Come on. And where's my thumbs at? I think I'm probably gonna die here practicing on shooting faces. Oh, my thumbs are starting to get there a little bit. I think I need to find better cover. Okay, this. Over here. Okay. Extra knife, that's good. That's good. Seriously? So much grenade. More math problems.
Ash.
Hey, how you doing, Silver? What you up to?
I got an idea on that app I was telling you about.
I need grenades. What is this idea?
So teenagers can be involved with the little trading service. You can make them watch ads to earn revenue to use as cash.
Make them watch ads. Make them watch ads to gain cash. Explain that. So basically you would get
Have 30 seconds play.
would this be when? When would these ads play? New weapon. Oh my god. Is this silenced? Probably not. 'Cause the thing is this is, which app is this? This is the app where you are the neighbor app? The library app, basically? Where would it be a good thing? You'd want to coin a term that meant, had the word maybe library and oh yeah, I see something new. What do you call it?
It have advertisement businesses pay me to publish their ads on my app. And if someone gets in debt, then they could pay it back by skipping the rest. Yes, the library idea.
Okay. If they get into debt, they can pay it back by watching a bunch of ads. Oh, okay. I see. Almost feel like it should be you could do ads, but then technically with that you could do like what do you call it? Something that's a little bit more interactive, like an interactive ad. More like a questionnaire ads. Something that actually the person seems like they have to be engaged in a little bit more. So that the people that are paying for, you know, the ads, maybe they feel
maybe
like
5 ads will equal 2.
maybe like 5 ads will equal like $2. Yeah, you could figure something out where there's like they would have to put themselves through stuff, which it would be interesting. It'd be very interesting. Thing is would it be? Can you actually make money that way though? Could you farm the system, basically, or is it only for debt? Or are you gaining? Or is there like a threshold kind of thing? Like you can gain so much coupon money, basically, or you know, anti-debt stuff that you can actually do that. Because the thing is one thing in my mind is the library idea is what is it? It's interesting because it's like the whole point of the library thing is to be more open source and like to not be a money thing, and you're trying to combine money and a library. But
I'd gain money when the ad makers hold a place for it to be on the app.
Gain money when the ad makers hold a place for it to be on the app. What do you mean by that? Because how would I'm wondering, because the thing is if you could actually get it so that what you're literally doing is okay, these ad people are paying you so much money to do an ad on their service, and what you're doing is you are taking a portion of that money and turning it into basically a coupon in a way, because that money can only be used in on that service. So it's not like it's like it's like Bitcoin kind of stuff. So when they're watching these ads, they are getting like the Bitcoin stuff via the app that can be used inside the system. But what would you use it for beyond that? That's just because the system seems like all it is if you fuck up. If you know, if you're not.
I'll have a tire set up so 5k would be a bottom spot, 1 5k be middle space, 3 5k be at the top.
What is this? I'll have a tier set up. So 5k would be the bottom spot. 3k would be at. What is the K? 5k and stuff for space. Because I think one of the things you could do with your thing is there's got to be also regulations a little bit on like how many things you can actually be borrowing at the same time, kind of stuff.
K thousand.
Thousand. Okay, so you're saying that this would be your pricing for advertisement, basically? Is that what you're saying? So I'm trying to think one of the bit. How would you go about doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Inside the moon dome is a door to the maintenance section. Look for a door on the outer wall near to the top of the dome.
Oh, okay, pause the game real quick. Because what is it that I'm thinking of with this?
EMA do research and gauge off of how much companies pay for their ads to be shown on sites and apps.
Yeah, that would make sense. The thing is okay, the infrastructure that you currently have with it is people are borrowing stuff. There is no fee involved in that setup currently. There's like what it would be what you're saying is to try to figure out how adding insurance that would be connected to it, and that would be to people that are lending stuff out within a certain amount of money. So basically, you would be paying each person that is actually lending stuff out would be paying money that want to share stuff. If they want to waive that right and say, well, I don't care enough about this, I'm okay if it disappears, and then they can do that. They can easily do that. because certain things is like with the stuff we were talking about with visiting people or training and tutoring and stuff like that. That stuff doesn't really have, you can't break that. The only thing you can do is waste someone's time. So you'd be making money that way, and then you would have ads that would pop up as you were looking through stuff, as you were flipping through your stuff. Every so often an ad would come up instead of as you're swiping right or left or whatever through crap kind of a thing or whatever, you were yes no, I don't want, or looking up stuff, you would get an ad that would pop up. And then I guess maybe beyond that, there's the idea of doing different levels. We have ad-free service where you're paying money for not having to deal with ads, and then extra services. Yeah, I'm not sure on the because technically, if you did that, you could actually just no insurance, only ads, and it's
No, I want ads to have a special space in the app that's incorporated.
okay.
I hate it when I'm playing a game and an ad pops up and I click on it.
Okay, so you want ads to be a section. So it would be like you said, it's you're farming. You're actually doing revenue with the ads. The ads is a means to just get money. The thing is what are you getting money for? Because the thing is what how the current thing in my head is it's a library. You check it out for so many days. If you don't bring it back, then you have to pay. You're only gaining fees is if you're irresponsible, or like, okay, well, I wanted to have this longer, so I'm going, and I have like $3 that I've done from ad mining, so I'll basically I'll keep it that extra week, or I'll plan on ad mining tomorrow, or I'll pay it out of my pocket. Because the thing is with the ad mining stuff, you could have it get to a point where basically you're getting so much of a coupon kind of thing, or so much money off of a thing, where then it has a limit. So you can't do you can't ad mine $100. You can only ad mine so much of it, but or the curve maybe changes, just like in video games where as you're mining something, the value goes up until you spend your stuff. So if you already have so many points, then to get level to 100, you could do it maybe, but you would have to spend a lot of time, and it'd be almost impossible because you have to watch a long thing and whatnot. So I don't know. That seems tricky. Very, very tricky. Because if it was just that purely like an ad mining site or app, that was its purpose. It's just
Maybe items 150 will have an insurance fee.
yeah, it would definitely have to be rated like that. And I feel like you could actually, if you can work it out, you could do it with anything, just like mailing something. When you mail it, you can do insurance for stuff that is, up to $50, and then you have to pay on top of that. So basically, you could have a part of the blanket service have something on it, which is like if a blanket service would be like coming along with the monthly fee thing. So you would say, okay, if you pay this much amount of money monthly, then you'll all your items in this bracket will be covered. If not, you're gonna have to a buy a membership for that point while you're trying to do that. Try lending stuff, or you're going to have to do like a smaller package where it's just like item specific. Um, thing is it'd be really interesting to find out what would be lent, what would people actually give out, because I feel it's like the stuff that would be used and given to people would be not the stuff that they cared about. They'd be lending and kind of giving out stuff to people that is like their next best thing. So it's like, what would it be example? Like an old console. I have an old console that I'm not using anymore. So I would rent out my console. Then I would want to insure the console so I could get a new one if I needed to. And then on top
So
of
on all items, any item not returned will have a fee, and any item 150 have an insurance fee and maybe tire off of the two.
thing is does the person get anything in reimbursed to them though? So if I yet again if I give out my system and it's late, what happens for me? What do I get? Because and or is that not the point? It's you're just you're it's more utopia kind of a thing, or more of a let's let's help people do things by sharing. That's not the point. Is you're not trying to create a system that like a credit card system, because a credit card system is based on the idea that you want people to go into debt. You want people to actually hold on to the system longer. You want them to screw up and have to pay money.
If you give out your system and it's late, then when the person pays their fee, I'd get a percentage off of it.
Yeah. What happens to the person though? With the system, do they get any reimbursement in any way? If they're expecting their system back, and basically, because what it's happening in that point is when you sign that thing up to it,
But you would get some money too.
you would get some money too. Okay, so there would be a kickback. Then okay, when you got this money, what would this money be used for? Because this is the tricky bit of this is that the money, what is it used for? Because it seems like the only thing that it's used for is if you're irresponsible, or if you want to check something out longer, and that's it. So it enables you to extend your time on something, but via paying money, but does not do anything else. Which is kind of interesting. I guess, yeah, you could do that. Man, that's weird. It's very tricky. The logistics of it is a little bit crazy. Because the thing is if you could deal with if you could be dealing with stuff that's not physical, it'd be better. If that makes any sense. Okay, that lady told me I'm supposed to find something. Oh, I just got killed by the fucking door. Right. It bumped my head, huh? I guess I just need to go in there. Yeah. Seems like a cool idea. How would you be using this? Like for yourself, like how would you be functioning using this? What would you be doing with this yourself? If you were a member, what would you be looking up to borrow? What would you want to borrow? Because it's almost like one of the things that it becomes is once you apply something to something, you are the donator, so of this object, but then the object becomes a not your thing anymore. You donated the object for the thing. So it's not yours.
Maybe if you have so much saved up you can withdraw it for a gift card. Then have gift card holders like Amazon and eBay, for example, to pay.
That would be cool. That would be cool. If you could convert it, figure out a way to do that. And then you could actually say that when you're converting it to that type of money, it's more like points, and the points equal to be so much on this site, so much on that site. Um, the what is it? The other thing is if you like this idea though, instead of it being necessarily, like I said, when you're donating an item to the site is now kind of covering that object. So if it gets broken, um, or whatever, it'll do this kind of a thing. It'll kind of give you a cushion. The thing is uh, how much it would cover for these things without actually knowing that it worked and stuff like that would be really hard. So there may be like the insurance thing would be less, most likely. It'd be ridiculously less.
If I had it, I'd want to borrow video games, movies, books.
Movies, books, okay. And trying to think. But back to what I was trying to say. The idea of that you're placing an item that's in kind of a limbo, where it's not yours anymore. It's the app's almost kind of a thing. You are still you're still in charge of it, and it's only that way when you actually put it onto it. Basically, you've turned that object into a shared object, basically, and now that it is a shared object, you are the caretaker of that object. You're supposed to actually um, um, get it back when it's not elsewhere. Basically, you're supposed to hold on to it, um, or have the main. You are how would it be? You're almost basically how it would be is you are uh you're the librarian of that object slash you actually get to have that object in your possession for free is basically what it is, because you're donating the object, and then when you actually obtain it, it's for free until you remove it off the system. So you can go in and say, well, I'm turning it off, I'm putting a hold pause on it, it is no longer available, and then you can list, reasons why or time limit when it should be coming back. Like if it's um, disabling it for one reason would be if it has problems, kind of a thing. There's something wrong with it, so there's that. In the process of getting money back. But yeah, that would be the biggest issue is finding a company that could cover objects that they cannot tell what the quality is, because then you could have like a lot of weird fraud stuff that you may have to deal with, where people are putting their broken PlayStations onto the thing, having a friend borrow it and break it, and then uh, under a false name, and then uh, having that person kind
Fraud.
of move and then try to get the money to get a new PlayStation or
Damn IT, you're right.
so which you would have to have a thing like that. But technically with that though, things like that create jobs. So if you have an app and then you would need and if that's an issue with it, then you could create a whole thing in side industry with your whoever's dealing with the insurance side of it, dealing with fraud stuff, and it could be localized. Like you actually, as a neighborhood thing, you could actually have people become uh, people that are in charge of that. They're supposed to do the fraud stuff or the actually um, certain other things. So you could actually be hired on to do stuff, but then you could actually still be you could choose to do fraud even if you were one of those persons. Um, but I feel like you could do some check and balances, and then there could be audits that could happen. Where if there's weird stuff, then people would come in and check stuff out.
Telecommunications shit. Work from home.
Yeah, the thing is with this idea, I think it's a cool idea. I think the Fiverr side of it would probably would be the best thing you can do with it, where it's a library of stuff, but it'd be almost interesting if you could actually, I don't know, if the content that was being shared was digital, it'd be so much easier. If you're
Fiverr.
Because yeah, that'd make it so much easier, I feel, if you could do that.
Inside the moon dome is a door to the maintenance section. Look for a door on the outer wall near to the top of the dome.
Because the example that I have in my head right now is look at that noise.
Think about the old ladies, Ash. Not all the old ladies know how to use technology.
Yeah. Yeah, all the old ladies and all that stuff would be tricky. Because if you could simplify it, because the thing is this is the one thing that'd be really interesting with this idea, is if you could actually, like the idea of a library, where and the donation thing, where you would actually have a local person there, and it could be a business out of their home, where they sign
I
up.
want it to as inclusive as possible.
Sign up as like close to like what do you call it? What is it called? The taxi stuff. Wherever the taxi stuff is. I don't know what the taxi stuff is right now off the top of my head. I don't use it. But that kind of thing where you would actually have a person that is a
Uber.
Uber, yeah, Uber, and then I think there's another one too, like Vibe or something weird like that. But okay, so something along that line where you have a key person that is actually, when someone signs this stuff onto it and donates it, they donate it to this person. They don't have it anymore. They give it to this person. And what they do is they when it's donated, someone comes in that's local, that is a
lift,
neighborarian. Okay, that's where we go with this word. Lift. That's the other one. Yes. Okay, lift and Uber. Okay, thank you. Uh, uh, Librarian. So you have a librarian that is locally in the area that goes and gets this stuff from people within a certain area, and they actually house and take care of these objects. They are paid to do this to a certain degree, or they get reimbursed somehow. Then on top of that, what you could actually have with the librarians is that that them and people underneath them, other employees, can actually do delivery of these objects or pickup of these objects. So people can actually, hey, I need to get this, and then they'll call up when they can do it. And they can either do a meetup, or they can just come by and get it. The only issue with this is possibly getting robbed for stuff would be an issue within this, along the line of this idea. But if it's neighbor to neighbor kind of thing, and it's more tight knit, and if you can't get high objects above your pay grade, like you have to start borrowing little books before you can get to an Xbox kind of a situation, then there's that. Trying to think, but yeah, it'd be really interesting to have these things that you're kind of talking about, where they're being shared or rented, or with a limited amount of time, and then you pay money. So you could get it. You can get this for a day, and if you bring it back, you're fine. But if you want it longer, then you're gonna have to start paying fees. And then with that, you could even have it set up that the person would schedule an appointment to come by and pick stuff up, come and get it from you. They would knock on your door. If you're not home around that time, then you're going to get charged. So if you don't hear them, then you're going to get charged. And yeah, that could be interesting, something along that line as well. If it's block orientated, like really close to people kind of stuff, it's like super close neighbor stuff, how this would work, then that could be interesting, where it's there's that. But okay, what did I just got a text, I think, from
all these issues.
they're just things to think about, because I think it's not necessarily issues. There's possibilities, and you would need to cover yourself with it. The thing is to these ideas kind of may lead you to a more focalized thing, because I find the an ad miner interesting. That concept that you have there seems more interesting than as an app in it by itself, because people do that online anyway. But if you actually made an app dedicated to that, ad mining, where basically what you're doing is you are
I want it to be close neighbor stuff. So maybe anyone within your zip code.
Within your zip code, close neighbor stuff. Seems like which, yeah, makes it tricky. Makes it very, 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 very tricky. Because if the movies and video games, like in the future, I think this stuff will be a lot easier. Because like I said, the digital side of things, when video games become able to be shared digitally, and then pulled from people digitally, like Skype stuff and whatnot, like how they're doing on that, then that is where this stuff is going to be very interesting, I feel. Because the movies, the games, and stuff like that, if you can actually digitally share it with someone, then via this thing, you're renting from local people that own it, and them and you get a portion of the money if they don't return it in time. So, which that type of a thing is perfect, because if you're doing it that way, outsourcing that stuff, then you are it's not going to get broken. It's not going to fall apart. It's that safety is constantly safe by the system that already exists with that information. So there's nothing weird with it at all. You're borrowing something that you don't need to worry about insurance. Insurance is moot with that. And that is cool.
Maybe the ad farming will be a superstar thing. Separate.
The app farming thing will be a separate thing. So you're using two apps together?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. Well, the thing is being able to do multiple things, I think, is perfectly fine. It's what you're... What the hell? Whatever. Where am I getting shot from? But yeah, what is the main function of what you're trying to do with the library app, though? Because I'm assuming it would be just basically what you were saying. You're just trying to get it so you can borrow movies, video games, and books. Because technically, if you started out just that's what this thing does. You're not worried about anything else. It's just those things. And that is all you're dealing with. Then initially, then you could like have it be pretty simple, and then figure stuff out. Because you could do this with just videos or whatever, you know. DVDs and stuff like that. Because DVDs are a little bit throwaway nowadays. That because of the fact that most people will have a digital copy with their stuff. So they can, you know, they have a backup. They have something that's makes it safe to them. And to be able to share some of the ones that they, you know, have and they're sitting on, then it would be a means to them to say, oh, okay, it's worth to do this. It's just sitting on the shelf anyway. This is weird being here.
Its main purpose would be to get the neighborhood closer. Everyone who lists their stuff will be able to rent their stuff.
What?
Because I've lived in my hood all my life and I barely know anyone.
Mm-hmm. Which is a noble thing to try to do, to actually create that better network. And having something that enables that. Because I feel like
people will be able to make new friends.
Yeah. If you could start... Yeah, because I would, in my mind, that's what I would do. I would start with small stuff. Have it be just... like books, movies, and books, movies, and video games, like you said. Have that be the core thing, and then you would see what problems you ran into with that stuff, and then expand from there. You just need to be able to cover the cost of most of those things, and most of the things you would be able to reasonably
go big or go home.
Reasonably to do. I don't know. I say think big, have it planned to grow big, but most everything we want to see how it goes. Because, for example, you may say that, but I don't know how you necessarily do, like, cars, houses, land. You know, if you could logistically actually do that stuff. Because there's got to be a point where you say, no, we can't do that. You got to put a ceiling on it, or people will do it, and then the...
Who TF would borrow a car? OMG, you're onto something.
Everybody would borrow a fucking car. I feel like the business thing model that you're talking about right now would be much more interesting if you were this wasn't an app, that it was a business.
W could have farmers borrow land.
Just a business where what you're doing is it's where you are basically you create an efficient vehicle, you create an efficient TV, you create all these efficient things that you can make surplus of, that you can make a bunch of
EMA started up as an app. Collect my millions and then build it up as a business.
Yeah, business. Yeah. See, that's also right there. That's the starting, going small, and then letting go big. So, letting it grow. Because the thing is if you could expand it out from that into where you're actually creating, stuff. You, instead of people borrowing other people's stuff, you become the neighbor, and you basically are providing things to actually be rented for a small rented for a certain amount of time for free, and extended amount of time for money. And if you do it right, you could actually set it up where the service, if you can actually
OMG.
make enough
Have buildings in different states that are fucking libraries.
have different states that are fucking libraries, yeah. Technically, you could actually extend it to the point where if you have a factory that is actually pushing out enough.
Borrow a TV. Borrow a car.
Yeah.
Borrow a.
Well, if you had a whole town that ran off of that mentality, where everyone was just borrowing everything. It's actually in a book that me and my brothers are writing, actually, but I think it's also there's a connection to like the Mormon stuff too with that. It's very there's a little bit of what do you call it? What is it called? I'm trying to think the name of that. It's there's what is that called? I hate that I can't remember words. Oh wow, there's a big hole there. Wonder what that's for. Am I supposed to try to jump in there? Okay, there's a political thing that it's kind of people would put that under the umbrella for, which I feel like there's from what I can tell, that there's like a couple different terms for it where you can divide it up, but it's okay, there's communism, and then there's socialism. It's very libraries are kind of on the socialism level of things, but okay, so let's go back up there and push that button, and then we'll continue. Does this have any more ammo? No, it does not. Let's go to my pistol. No, not double guns. Socialism. That's the part. That's the part. Really need. I really would like to be able to organize my brain better. I don't know how I'd go about doing that now. I'm gonna be able to find words.
Do you see the door to the maintenance section? It's in the star field about halfway to the top of the dome. Can you find a way to reach it?
Better. Because the thing is even if you try to go big with this idea, you still would have to go small, even with the app. I felt, because like I was saying, you don't want to let anyone that has a 0-star rating borrow something. That's like expensive.
Damn it, you're right.
So you have to have them go through and borrow small things to build a rating to allow them to get to the big stuff. To show that they're responsible. Okay, I pushed that. Well, I'm gonna miss that. There's more exclamation points here. Where's that one?
What about if everyone starts off as a 5-star? Everyone gets a clean plate. And as you fuck up, your rating goes down.
That's interesting. I like it. I still think you should have liability stuff. Basically, you can't borrow one thing versus another thing until you're a gold member or whatever. I still feel that that should be a thing a little bit. Even though I don't like that idea, that friction that's kind of there, but I feel that you would kind of need it a little bit. Here? Is there something here? Is it below me? Or above me? Huh. How do I switch it to the gun? Oh.
I don't know, Ash.
What don't you know?
You're right about the liability stuff.
It's just that, like, you're not gonna give someone immediately when they sign up a TV. It's just you can't do that. If you have the stuff figured out, you want someone to have a better rating for that. So there would have to definitely be a trickle with it, where you're building up your reputation to actually gain access to some of the bigger items. Which I think you could set up to have that or
Damn it.
that
I
or
wish I could borrow some peanut butter right now. I'm all out.
See, you wouldn't be able to borrow.
I need to kickstart this app now.
I don't know if you'd be able to borrow anything that you would use like that. That'd be called buying. Because the thing is what you could do though, if you wanted immediate access to something, you could pay money to do that. That's where some of your money stuff could be. If you're buying, if you purchase insurance, and you're paying into it to cover you to use something, then you're fine. So if you actually purchase a gold member instead of actually achieving it on your own, you can do that. Which would be weird. You'd probably be a lot of money to do that though. To buy gold member would be like $100 or something like that. So it's like your $100 is actually covering the thing that you're trying to borrow, which would be a little bit weird. If you're gonna spend that much money on borrowing things, it would be odd. But thing is it would be a vague thing, blanketed thing. You're covering, you're spending $100 to cover you for like how many things? How many?
Everything would have to be achieved. Since this is a community app, it must reflect the person.
Because I'm curious, like, oh, really? Oh yeah, it's like a weird space there. It's not. It's being blocked. Cause if what do you call it? Lost my train of thought. Because you see here, if you are... Okay, if you buy the gold, like this idea of a higher level thing, and it's covering your thing, you're not just covering yourself for the one thing that you're renting. What you'd be expecting that person to do is that they would then try to rent multiple things, or borrow multiple things, so that they're covering themselves for multiple stuff. So when someone's borrowing a TV, they're probably also borrowing a console and a game and controllers. So they're doing a package thing which is a lot more money, but they're borrowing all of it at once in a bundle kind of a thing, and they're only paying so much money to buy into the insurance thing. Because how insurance stuff usually works is you're paying money that you're not getting back to cover you, but it's a just in case. Just in case this happens.
Bundles.
And
Yes.
and the within that just in case, there's a lot of people that nothing bad happens, so they get all that revenue, all that money for that just in
TVs
case.
would be a bundle. You need the remote.
Yeah, the remote would have to be separate. Yeah. So the just in case with that kind of a thing would be like that's where you'd be making money. Is covering people with that whole scenario.
Hopefully the elevators haven't suffered any damage from the blast.
Well, they have. Am I supposed to jump? Climb? Can I actually do that? Oh my god. Is that a rope?
If you could have it where you're borrowing a car, have funny like tips that say things like, it's rude to return someone's car on empty.
No, I think you would probably have to include that into it. Like, I agree it would be the rude thing on empty, like etiquette. But you would have to return it to how it was, what the fuel
Tug
was
life.
at. So, whatever it was, you are, putting it back. And basically what you would do is both parties would maybe take a picture of the gas gauge, and then the people would, have to match that. But then you could have etiquette into it, or it's just a part of it. It's like when you're doing it, like you said, it's not just that. It's I may have missed something over back in that corner.
Definitely. Aim for the PP.
Aim for all them PPs.
Shooting the brakes off an elevator. What could go wrong? There's a counterweight.
Oh, I died. So I need to not be on there
Be the PP.
when I do that. I was kind of hoping that it may go the other way, but it was sagging. Let's see where it puts me. Oh, here. Alright. Maybe I can do this.
If the person returns the car on full, they get some points added to their neighbor rating. You are one with the PP.
What is my run? I should change out my gun too. I can't remember how to run in this. And they don't give me enough really room, I feel, here to really run. I want this. I want that. Alright. Alright. Where's run? There's run, okay. And this is jump, okay.
Or be like my brother when gas prices were really low and change our $15 for gas when you are going a mile down the road. Take part of that money and buy drugs.
All them drugs.
Shooting the brakes off an elevator. What could go wrong? Better stand on the counterweight.
Bitter stand on the counterweight. Okay, so I'm on the counterweight. Okay. Oh, that part. How you doing, Zoo?
You have a brother. Do you have a sister?
Do I have a sister? I have a sister. I have sister-in-laws. No sisters. Myself. Zoo has brothers.
Is she hot?
My brothers
Zoo, do you have a sister?
think so. Or at one point they did. They married them.
I think I found something.
What do you see?
Ancient artifacts, highly technological in nature. Parchment. Looks like Hebrew. I think the Nazis are trying to reverse engineer all this stuff.
Are there any identifying marks?
Dot? You should. Dog, Abel,
Be right back,
apostrophe,
guys.
Abel, Tara, space, yoke, item, Charlie, Hal, Uncle Dog.
Might be something in our archives, Anya. See if you can find any references to Dot Yishun.
Will do. Be careful out there.
I like her, Blaskovitz. Good catch. Be sure to bring as much of this Dot Yishun stuff as you can carry.
Will do.
Sad. I really kind of want games to be shorter in a way. So is this stuff that they found on the moon? This UFO time traveling shit. So there's the Nazi bells. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. There's also supposed to be big on the hollow earth theory a little bit. Or maybe not necessarily hollow earth. It depends on you how you interpret some of the
No
papers,
sister.
paperwork. So you could interpret it as just different theory on how the
Hello Earth. Is
planet,
that also a Adele song?
how the Earth actually works or whatever, which may be connected to the bell stuff, possibly. How they're able to create okay. I'd be able to cut.
Gotta be a way in there.
Huh. Like that. Oh, great. Yeah, I wanted to do that for sure.
Right. Let's fire it up.
Mine. That was amazing. Best upgrade ever.
I see a small plumbing channel behind the north wall. Look for some form of access point near the floor.
I guess this the laser cutter thing is the one of the main gimmick things in here. Oh, fuck me, man, and that button. The button to change my guns in this will is the same button to throw the grenade. It is the most stupidest thing ever. It's a piece of shit garbage to do that. I don't even understand why they would do that. Not big enough. I almost threw another grenade there. I'm just out of grenades. Oh, this one's a hell of a lot more efficient.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done, but when I call you never.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that this is a... Oh my god, really? Just losing knives. Because this thing... Yeah, that's... It's nice, but it... I don't know, they need to do something a little bit different with that. That's kind of bullcrap. Is it gone? Is it completely gone? Yeah, I just lost that knife. Damn it. Sucks.
You should be very close. The hangar is where the Project Whisper helicopter prototypes are kept.
I have to do what I think I have to do here? Huh. Alright. I'm thinking I have to shoot these things and step forward in time to get pulled up, which seems crazy. Huh. This looks to be any other option. Yes. Kinda looks like maybe I could get across to the other side. This is just dropped. Oh, it'll release those boxes. Okay. That's what's happening. Boxes fall. I can come over here. Crouch. Pull out my cutter. I wonder if I can sneak up on that thing. Where did my other throwing knife go? God damn it. Are you sitting on it, motherfucker? Where did it fall? like to throw knife all these guys. The thing is, they only have one. No. So they fucked me over with that one thing. Now they fucked me over with this. Or it's just laying down there.
Bro knife.
Where's my knife? It's down here. Not seeing anything shiny. Oh, that could have been bad right there. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I'm doing this area stealthily. Looking for a goddamn knife. Getting me caught. I want my fucking stealth kills. Okay. I wonder if I can get him. Knife. Okay, did I get it? Where's this thing here? Did I get it? Okay, 5 out of 5. What is this one? How many stealth kills from throwing knives? Okay, I still gotta work on that one now too. Is this? Do I feel like I can get him from here with it? Now, how do I get up there to retrieve my thing? My blade. Can I stealth kill this? Oh, god damn it.
Don't forget to bust the nuts.
Alright. I'm doing it again. Need to get those grenades on that other side. Need to not throw that. Man, I think I'd need like a different weapon to actually be able to stealth kill him. Those things. I'm wondering if I shot it with that laser in its back once, if it would kill it and I'd be undetected, or if I fire that thing, it's going to bring everyone on my ass.
There's my helicopters. That's it. Get your power ass. It'd be easier. You didn't have big honking robots. I had an army.
Because if I can actually get over there, and like I was before, I don't know which way he's facing right now. I think he's facing this way. So I'm wondering if I really want to almost risk just shooting these guys in the back with this and see if it would let me one-shot it without alerting. But I feel like there was only one other guy that was available. It looked like it came out of the woodwork, and I don't know where he's at. If I can find where he's at, then maybe I can stuff kill him and then not have to. Then I can go open gun on these guys. Right there. So I want to say that they have to have like a headshot. I would want to say it's that with this. Gonna see if I can't find that other guy. What? He's not fucking. Why aren't you walking? Oh, you're not connected, are you? I haven't been able to update this bot in a while, which I need to figure out how I can do that. It's wanting to do something, but it's saying that my stuff may be blocking it, my firewall and stuff. But then I turn it off and update it, and it still doesn't work. So I don't know what's going on. Now you can try it, see if it works.
But
I don't think there's a. Not familiar with any buts.
pizza. Appleby.
Ticker one. Okay, I saw him over here shooting at me. I'm assuming he's on here somewhere. Or below me. See the signal? Okay, I see him right there. I think I'll come back down here and hit these after I hit him.
Fucking boxes.
Fucking boxes. All them boxes.
I need my precious.
I can't believe you packed it. That'd be like the last thing that I would pack. Or if I packed it, it would be like something that I
Hey, I'm streaming right now, would care to watch.
let's see here. Let's see if I can throw you on my phone here. Where's my app?
Timmy out, no warnings. Here are some of ASHLER's links. URL. I am the raw here.
What the fuck? What are you doing? We know System of the Down Zoo. Alright, let me click here. Where is it at? If you're still there, System, I'll try to see if I can pull you up on my phone.
Oh shit.
It wasn't spam.
His name sounded familiar, lol.
Well, he's been coming in since I started playing this. This is the game that System just beat recently. I'm wondering what System's playing right now, actually. I'm assuming maybe... Oh, Smite. They're playing Smite. System. I'll put System in my ear. Check out their stream a little bit. How long was that timeout for? Let's see here. Click, and click. Your broadcast you're watching has ended. Has ended. Is that correct? Is it not live anymore? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they lost connection. Yeah, I don't know if you've been here since he's come into stream, or they. Okay. Snacks. More snacks. So I'm gonna try to test my let's shoot stuff with this gun. I think we're gonna see if I can. It's possible for me to recharge it though. Oh, there's a charge station right fucking over there. Pull this out. Right now, come over here. Is there a way to reload stuff easier? Oh. Oh, looked like.
Okay, he should be on timed out now.
Right. No, they were playing Smite. No, I guess they moved over to this game. But yeah, if
I
you're
am mad with power.
mad with power. Mad with power. It's understandable having someone come into the chat and say, "Hey, watch my stream." That's usually spam. Here. Oh, did I just get caught? God damn it. I'm gonna have to redo that. Oh, that's shit. I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm gonna actually do practice thing. I wanna see if I can't actually stealth kill those guys. Or one hit shoot.
I will be honest, I didn't even see the name, just what was written.
Huh. I'm having fun with throwing these knives, so it's fun. It's fine. It's fine. I'm practicing.
Syst Maffa down 6-7.
Yes, I can hear you, system. There'll be a crazy delay. No. Alright. Got my knife. Oh, I almost went off the edge there. Okay, over there, and we're throwing. Dead. Yes. Yes, I can hear you, system. I don't know if you can hear me. I would assume so. It sounds like I'm in the background of your stream. Okay, I'm gonna just try to shoot this guy in the back here. I'm curious, does it actually keep all these kills? So can I farm it? I don't know. It's 9 of them. I'm assuming I can farm it. Game's too loud, system. Yeah. Oh, I didn't have the right kind of... Lost my chance. That's a no on that. Alright, so we'll do this one more time. I'll run around, just knife everyone, and then I'll try to shoot those robots, because I think there's only 4 people I have to kill, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And I'll do that real quick, and then I can just open up a fire. Let's see here.
There's my helicopters. That's it.
This here, play. It. Play. So I can hear. So I can.
Is it loud?
Here. Play it so I can hear you. I'm trying to type this while playing, but it's tricky. Should probably go into
Daddy's back.
text to speech. Play it so I can hear. Let's see here. You're gonna have to talk to while you're playing it, so I can hear if your sound levels are louder than the game itself. 'Cause it still sounds like you're soft currently. Oh, he's sobbing again. Damn it. Have to move really slow, I guess. I think that. That sounded kind of okay just a minute ago. Alright, continue.
There's my helicopters. That's
Yes,
That's your dog.
we can hear you.
Immanoob.
Used to be easier. You didn't have big honking robots.
Hear what?
Hello. What's up? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you guys. Okay.
Of course we can hear you.
I'm listening to someone else's stream right now. That's why what I'm talking about. So they're trying to set up their.
But whoever you were talking to, we can't hear them.
No, they could, no. They would have to. We'd have to like join a chat together. Let's see here. I'm really wanting to know if I can farm this, because I'm gonna be really happy if I can just sit here and farm this. I can just sit here and farm this shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna farm this.
How do you join a chat?
Chat. Basically, what we would do is create a party, basically. And then we would just be streaming together and just talking over each other's games. No, it's really easy. It only sucks when you're watching story or stuff like that, and the other person's talking over your shit. You can kind of quickly mute the other person, I think, kinda. Let's see here. Continue.
Wanna make a party?
How many guys are down there firing? There's one there. One there. So is there only 4? I think so. Alright. Possibly we could do a party. Like I was saying, the only issue with it is trying to manage cutscenes and shit like that. It's the tricky thing.
I am the party.
I am the party. Oh, damn it. Did I completely lose my other knife? Okay, that's good. I totally missed it. Resume checkpoint. I can't believe they're letting me do this though. That I can farm this shit. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this. We're talking about their controllers. We need to see where mine's at. My bar's low as well. So can I plug this in to this and be fine? No, that's I'm gonna have to shut down the stream for a minute to plug my stuff in. My God. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we'll see real quick. Party, music application. Because I connected my other hard drive to my thing, and I want to remove it from the USB port, but I don't know how to. I think the last time I went to go do that, it was telling me that I have to. What do you call it? What is it? Okay, let's see here. What do I do? I will attempt to do this. If I leave the stream for a minute, I'll just be gone for a minute and then I'll be back. But I'm going to unplug my hard drive, my external hard drive real quick here. And I'm doing a US, what is it? A remote play connections. Is it here? USB devices? Stop this external storage. Manage, connect. Okay. Stop the... What is this? Connect this. Downloaded. If you stop this external storage, download process will be paused. Downloading will resume the next time you start using the same external storage device. Do you want to stop storage device? Yes.